Hi, here we are again with those five questions. Your good night questions are coming back. I hope you had a lovely Diwali and then had lots of good time with your family and the friends. I suppose the questions which I picked up for this week, they're going to be primarily location-based question. When I say location-based question, I mean they're mostly factual. And one trend that you would have also noted is that UPSC has tried asking questions that are, I would say, mostly current orientation. There's something of that which has been in news, the areas for whatever reason. They're not worried about the event. They would ask you the location of that place. So, from that inspiration, factual location, current orientation questions are here coming your way. The first question is on your screen now. I suppose in this, you have to look for these are like statement based question. Always look for what they're demanding. Which is statement given above is correct? They can be wrong also. So you have to look from the correct perspective. Read the statement and then read the demand. And it shares a land border with Israel and Egypt. That's correct. The second one is also correct. And the third one, I think that's very big debate that we have got entirely within the internationally recognized border of Israel's, and that is something which is not acceptable, and that's not existing at the moment. So that's a thing which we can give it a go, and then we would go for first and second, A as the right answer. The second question that I have got for you on the screen now. Again, in the same question, when you read the statement, you just go for the demand of the question. I think that's very, very important that you should not miss out on that. Select the correct answer using the code given below. And then I suppose the first one, countries border with the Black Sea, Moldova is very close. Uh, but then you'll find a patch of Ukraine comes in between. So that's not correct. Bulgaria, yes, that's very obvious, straight. Georgia, yes. Hungary, I mean, that's a bad choice. Hungary is too far away. The entire whole country, Romania comes in between. So I think that's not correct. I suppose second and third is correct. Answer becomes B in that process. The third question on your screen. In this question, I suppose is a big question. It is asked in 2023 in UPSC. What they expect that you should have a clear mental map. What you mean by clear mental map is that when I say, let's say Georgia, you know as to what all the countries around that, what are the mountains that are cutting, which the latitudes going through that. When I say Manipur, you know that what all areas which is touching upon. So I think that kind of mental map. In fact, in geography, there's a concept of mental map per se. So you have to be careful about the mental map of this. And then if you're clear about the mental map, these questions look easy. Consider the following countries. Uh, how many of the above mentioned countries share a land border with Ukraine? You have to just go for the demand of the question. Bulgaria, I think no, it's slightly to the south that we have got. If you take Black Sea, of course, land border they're asking, it is not connected. Then Czech Republic, Czechia, no, a big country. Poland comes in between. That's not correct. Hungary, yes, that's very obvious. Latvia, I mean that's like too much to the north, and then you can't imagine that Latvia coming. But I think Belarus would come. Look at the map. Belarus would come in between, and then this Baltic country. I mean, they don't touch this, and then Lithuania. Again, I mean, the same thing. If Latvia not, Lithuania no, Estonia also not. So I suppose these Baltic countries you have to be clear about. So this is also wrong. Then Romania. All right, North Romania touches this. Yes, so that's correct. So we left with A as the right answer. Only two. Mental math practice is very important. Now, the fourth questions come to the screen now. I think if you look at the demand of the question, you'll be very wise because here they're asking which statement given above is are incorrect. So to look for incorrect one. And that's why I keep telling you, look at the demand. That's a very important thing. You don't have to read the whole question twice. You can save some valuable time in the examination hall. The first question. Uh, the strait is bordered by Yemen and African side. Bab al Mandeb. I mean, I think the bordering is okay, but not on African side, on the Arab side. Bab means in Arabic gate. Gate is Bab. Then Djibouti borders the Bab al Mandeb Strait directly. Yes, right. That's correct. That's the only country which gives the narrowest stretch to this Bab or this gate that you have got. African country. That's correct. So the Suez Canal connects the Red Sea to the Black Sea. I think that's too far of extension. It's Mediterranean Sea actually that we have got. So in this case, we have to identify how many are incorrect. Answer is first is incorrect, three is incorrect. So C is the right answer. One and three is incorrect. So incorrect is the right answer. So one has to be very careful about this. It bears repeating. That's the word I like to share with you. It is worth mentioning several times that you look at the question, look at the demand, and then understand it. This is what I was trying to explain you in that uh, on pre-Diwali that we had our PT Shala. Also, I was trying to explain that to you. Anyway, coming back to the next one, the last question of the day. I suppose, look at this question. Azerbaijan is bordered by the Caspian Sea to the east and Black Sea to the west. I think Georgia, Armenia, that comes in between. So I don't think this is the correct answer. See, there is something called as uh, biased blind spot. Sometimes UPSC, what it does is that it gives part of the question correct, and in between puts or kind of juxtaposes, posts a word which makes the whole thing look a little different. Look at that. Azerbaijan is bordered by the Caspian Sea to the east and the Black Sea to the west. Black Sea is in the west, but it's border. No, that's we have Georgia, and that's where we have got Armenia coming into it in between. That's not the correct answer. But then, if your mind only thinks east or west, yeah, that's right. So you would be because of lack of careful reading, you can miss out. So this is the small things which I keep telling you every day. Please do not miss out on these questions which comes to you every night at 10 p.m. I think I put a lot of effort to uh, bring to your notice small things, and that you have to be careful in future. Then the second statement is right. The third statement is also right, and that's in the south that they're connecting with Iran and Turkey. I think that statement is correct. So the answer would be only two statements are correct. B is the right answer. Now, uh, let me tell you the word of the day. In fact, Bears repeating, Bears, Bears repeating. There's something I was telling you several times over. So sometime while talking, you use this word Bears repeating, which means like if you're writing an answer and if you're repeating a point, and then you want to emphasize on that. So you mentioned that it bears repeating that corruption has to be eliminated from our society. So something like that. It bears repeating is the word that you have to learn. If you know it already, great. If not, just learn it. It bears repeating means it's worth mentioning. It's worth talking about more than once. It's worth emphasizing. That is bears repeating. These are the questions that we had for tonight. I like you to watch it carefully, and then hope to see you on the weekend. Uh, of course, we will be giving you these questions in between. For a more elaborate reference, we will be having our PT Shala coming on the weekend, and I see most of you there. Good night.